It's now my pleasure to introduce Dr. Bertice Berry, who is to receive the honorary degree of Doctor of Humane Letters, honoris causa. Will Bertice Berry please approach the podium? Assisting in the conferral of the honorary degree will be Dr. DiPiano, along with Dean Rosenbaum. Okay, listen up. I think you'll find this story extremely interesting, and maybe some of you will experience some of Dr. Berry's life experiences. Bertice Berry, your life story is one of perseverance and rising above circumstances that you were unable to control. Having grown up poor, the sixth of 7 children, you were told you were not college material. Not only did you graduate magna cum laude from college, where you received your honor for leadership, you went on to earn a doctoral degree at the age of 26. Teaching at Kent State University, you became one of the institution's most popular instructors. You had discovered that using humor to address difficult subjects made it possible to have a profound impact. After leaving the university, you went on to reach broader audiences, becoming an award-winning entertainer, lecturer, and comedian. You had established yourself as a speaker with a comic edge and as a comic with a serious message. Your publishing career includes a best-selling memoir and a best-selling work of fiction, among other humorous books with meaningful messages. Your writing has been praised for its ability to entertain, inspire, and educate. Your decision to donate the royalties from the sale of your books became a generous gift to organizations that help families in transition, raise funds for scholarships for students, and provide resources to information to low-income families. Your philanthropic contributions and dedication to education were recognized in 2011 when a new student enrichment facility in Georgia included the Bertice Berry Change and Transformation Classrooms. Nova Southeastern University is honored to continue the recognition of your life's work. Bertice Berry, in acknowledgement of your contributions to the field of traditional and public education, the Board of Trustees of Nova Southeastern University is proud to award you an honorary doctorate of humane letters with all its rights and privileges. Whoop. You might want to take a picture.
I had the ugly cry, didn't I? I am so honored and so moved. I had breakfast with the students. I met members of the trustees and the board and the president, and y'all are just incredible. I said y'all. But many years ago, because I'm 60 now, okay, I'm 52, but if you say 60, you get more compliments. Many years ago, I sat where you're sitting and I was thinking exactly what you're thinking. Yeah, shut up and get to the part where they say my name. So I want to do that, and I understand that throughout the year you all have been learning about life and death, and so I hope to give you the last one that you'll hear, but not the last one that you will give to someone else. I'd like to share with you today about the space between life and death. I'm a sociologist, and we like to do studies. There was one study, they spent $1 million, they found that when people were happy on their jobs, they were most productive. I shared these findings with my mom, who was 87 at the time. She said, I bet if they split that million with the people they study, and they'd be real productive. Research and my mother prove that 100% of the people who are living will die. But we also know that not 100% of the people who are living are truly living. And so I hope to share with you today my recipe for life and for truly living, truly living. In order to do that, I'd like to help you clean your filter. I do that in the form of music. Music is the most parsimonious language. It's a $3 word that simply means it says the most in the least amount of space. The only other language that does it better is Ebonics. 'Cause it be that way sometime. This song talks about in order to change the world, we have to change ourselves. Einstein said it best, E = mc squared. Energy is matter that's been liberated once the speed of light times itself blows on it. It is our job to be the speed of light times itself, blowing on what matters in the world so that we turn it into energy. But you can't do that if you take yourself for granted. You have to give more thought to your life and the life you're living. Nothing does it better than being on a plane that's struck by lightning. The pilot did a brilliant job of calming everybody down. He said, look out the window, you see all those ambulances there for you. This happened to be the time of year that I fast. I fast every year, 40 days, 40 nights. I don't eat, I drink water and juice. It's grueling, don't do it. I usually cheat on the 29th day. I call it communion. Last year I knew I was wrong because I was in the kitchen going, Jesus, I think your body needs some butter. See, I'm glad you can laugh at that, because some people cannot laugh. You know, the ones who are so spiritually minded, they're no earthly good. How are you today? I am blessed and highly favored. Maybe you should share it with your face. I'm telling this story to a friend who's blessed and highly favored, and she's like, I can't believe you're making fun of a fast. I said, you've never fasted. Have you ever noticed that people who are not willing to sacrifice what you've sacrificed love to criticize the way you do it? I said, you've never fasted. She says, how would you know? I said, because if you had, you know that on the 5th day you see Jesus and he's holding a biscuit. When that plane was struck by lightning, you'd think I'd call everyone together to pray. At the very least, we'd collectively hum. My first thought was not let us pray. My first thought was I should have ate. I found out that life is not short. In fact, life is rather long. We make it quick with every act of anger, jealousy, resentment, and strife. We make it short when we turn to someone who doesn't look or sound like we do, and we judge them based on our own insecurities. We make it short when we look at people who don't have what we have and we say, you're not good enough. But we extend our life when you do as this incredible institution has encouraged you to do, and that is to share what you know. The gap between knowledge and wisdom is your ability to teach it to somebody else. We cannot change the world we see till change begins with you and me. We change the world around us when the change begins within. Patiently, courageously, you are the change we need to see. You've let the change begin. You've let the change begin. You've let the change begin. Okay. I got like 4 minutes left because we got to get to the part where we say your name. So last year I suffered a brain injury, and it affected things because I like to live in my head. And so I'm at the doctor's office and this specialist, and I said, I just need you to fix it. It's driving me nuts. He says, well, we can't fix it. I said, well, come up with a word and apply it. He said, well, the brain has to reboot. It's like a computer. It literally has to reboot itself. So I stared at him and it did this. He said, what are you doing? I said, I'm deleting old files. I remember standing there thinking, what am I going to do? I live in my head. And I could hear my mother from the other side saying, move to your heart. It's been a much more beautiful place to think and to see. So here's quickly my recipe for life. Keep your filter clean. Every life has a filter. It's like the filter in the dryer. It's right there to clean everything. Hold it so you could look at it, learn from it, not want to repeat it. I don't do laundry. My mother did the laundry. Laundry skips a generation. If you don't clean the filter, will become the window through which you see the world. So the things that happen to you will become you. Don't be what happened to you. Rise above it. We all get stuff caught in our filter. I got married and divorced in the same year, and I had to write a country song. It's called If I Shot You When I Met You, I'd Be Out of Jail by Now. But you can't go forward in love and life with the old stuff there. I have 5 adopted children. They're all special needs, fetal alcohol, crack-addicted babies. They're the most beautiful, wonderful people, and they teach me new things every day. Constantly learning that the way that I thought and think, I need to evolve, I need to change, I need to grow. My son was diagnosed as being autistic. We found out he's just odd. He didn't talk until he was 6. It was right after we saw The Lion King. Now he talks like James Earl Jones. When I was a kid, I had this librarian, Atlanta Brown, and she would sneak me books. I was angry, I was frustrated. The bigger the insecurity, the bigger the attitude. I didn't think that I was going to be anything because I was told that I wouldn't be anything. And Miss Brown would slip me these books by and about black writers, and I'd read them and give them back with no gratitude. And one day I got up the nerve to ask Miss Brown the most important question. I said, Miss Brown, you got any happy black books? Miss Brown's face took on the look of the Oracle from the movie The Matrix. She looked like I was the one Neo that she had been looking for, and she said, why, yes, I do. Without turning around, she grabbed a tomb and dropped it, and it fell right to the place that she wanted. It was Langston Hughes, scarred and battered. I've been scarred and battered, my hopes the wind and scattered, snowed and freeze me, sunned and baked me. Looks like tween them they trying to make me stop living, stop laughing, stop loving, but I don't care, 'cause I'm still here. I looked at her and I said, Miss Brown, wow, where is the happy part? She said that last line, I'm still here. It's up to you to figure out what to do with the fact that you are here. Every day you must ask yourself, why me here now? You must ask yourself, what will be my legacy? Not when you die, but when you leave the room. When you leave the room, do people say, oh my God, she makes me so happy? Or when you leave the room, do they go, thank God? When people see your name in their email stream, do they automatically hit delete? Or do they say, I know this is going to be good because he shines a light wherever he goes? What will be your legacy? What you have done today is a tremendous thing. It is a part of building your purpose. Your purpose is not your job, it is your calling. It is your calling. You should live with purpose so well that when you walk with purpose, you collide with destiny. I have to tell you this story real quickly. I went to defend my dissertation, and the old mothers from my church decided that they were going to come to my dissertation defense. They said, we're going to come to your thing. What time it is? I said, why? They said, we're going to come. I said, please don't. I was so stupid, I thought that what I was doing was going to make me better than them. I didn't understand that their love, their compassion, their prayers, their energy would be more than anything that I had ever done. So I lied to them and told them it started at 11 when it really started at 10. But I'm so glad that I was too stupid to know that old people show up early. They were there at 8:30. They brought food. To this day, I'm the only person to successfully defend without making any changes because they fed my committee. And because if somebody said something they didn't like, they got to praying out loud. In the name of Jesus, come on in the room, my baby trying to get the Ph.D. They didn't know what it was, but they knew it was important to me, and therefore it was important to the kingdom. Have that kingdom-mindedness about you and about NSU. Understand that you are a part of a quilt that's bigger than one that you could have ever made on your own. But understand this, with all that you do and come back, sign up, get the master's, it will kill you. But keep going because the Ph.D. is like easier. They're not going to tell you that. This is an elite club. We don't really like that many people in it. The masters will wear you down and you're like, I cannot go back. Ain't no way in the world. And then you get in the Ph.D. program and you start going, when's the test? And ain't no test. Ain't nobody tell you. Keep going, but understand this. With what you have done, make sure that you use it to encourage all of these people who have supported you along the way and let them know that they can do it. If you can do it, they can do it. This place is special. This feels like nothing I've ever felt. I said to someone earlier, the earth is tilting on its axis because the balance of power has just shifted. In this room is represented someone from all over the world, and I know that in this room are all of the solutions to all of the world's problems. I am so incredibly proud to be a part of this moment. I'd like to leave you with something that I wrote. It says, my children of grace, you have to start this family over. It's on to you to set things straight. Tell others they traded one slavery for another when they turned their back on wisdom. You ain't free to do what you want to do. You free to do what you're supposed to do. Take care of the children and the old folks. Just because they don't come from you don't mean they ain't yours. Learn your history, love, forgive, but never forget. Stand ground because a bigger change than I've seen is coming, but you're the beginning of that change. But be careful, change never come without struggle, and joy never come without pain. In your lifetime, you'll see the struggle, but you have each other to get through it. Don't let the little things keep you from doing the big ones. Others will try to stop you, but they can't because because this thing is already moving. Everybody who looks like you is not on your side, and everybody who don't ain't against you. Talk to God and never stop loving. The more I write, the more I see, the more I see, the more I know everything's gonna be okay. I can feel it. So I'll leave these pages with you. It is my time now. I feel that too. Learn from love, strive from love, and babies, keep in mind, we ain't got time for nothing else. Thank you, thank you, thank you. One more thing, please, this is a dignified event. So when they come up here, scream, holler, act like you ain't got